What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing, and welcome back to another weekend wash. So in this weekend wash, we're going completely cordless. So guys, what do I mean by completely cordless? Well, if you've already watched this video up here, we have this little cordless pressure washer. Now, this thing is very, very convenient. It's great for people who maybe live in a neighborhood where they can't use a lot of water, or they live in an apartment building and they don't have an area outside to properly wash their car, or they're worried about water consumption. This little cordless pressure washer could be the perfect little unit for you. Now, there's many others on the market. You choose whichever you want. I have this one that we're going to be using. So when you see it working throughout the video and you want to get your hands on it, then check out the links down below. I'll have them provided for you. Now, if you remember, about 2 weeks ago, we put out a video where we showed the new AM Details hybrid line. So we used the hybrid sealant, and then we topped it with the hybrid detailer. So today, we're going to wash the vehicle, and it is cold outside, so this is why I'm opting for the cordless option, because I want to be quick, I want to be efficient, and I don't want to use a ton of water, and I also want to use hot water. We'll talk about that in a moment. But we're going to be using the new hybrid shampoo from AM Details. So we'll put this in the little soap container that comes with this pressure washer. It's not a real foam cannon, but you'll see it does a pretty good job of at least applying the shampoo onto the vehicle, and you'll see how this stuff performs. I'm really happy with it so far. Another cordless tool we're going to show you guys is that little guy right there. So let's check it out. So here's the little vacuum. Now, we did a little bit of our own surgery here. I'm going to give you a rundown of what the vacuum includes. It does include the little accessories here, this little expandable hose, but this is really small. You know, for a do-it-yourself detailer or someone that just wants this in their back seat or in the trunk or something, they just want to pull it out for quick vacuum jobs, this little, hose will do fine, because it does come with all of these accessories, which are actually pretty awesome. So the little brush here actually has a swivel head, which is pretty cool. So that's a really nice feature. I like that. Comes with this little tiny crevice nozzle here, and then it comes with this little vacuum head, which these actually are pretty nice too. I do like these. But the end of the nozzle here will fit all of my other rigid accessories perfectly. They fit right on there with no problem. So all of the other attachments, my beloved attachments, all fit on this hose, which is pretty cool. But I removed it because I don't want this so close. I don't want it in the vehicle. I need it sitting outside of the vehicle. With this hose, it's almost like you gotta have the vacuum inside the vehicle to be able to do any type of work with it. So we did a little bit of surgery. It's not perfect, but it works. This hose is, I have to say, like a 1/16 of an inch larger than this hose here. So I took things apart and I was able to kind of Frankenstein it into there, and it's actually pretty strong. So I don't have to worry about it coming out. I was testing it. It'll probably come out if I really pull on it, but yeah, not bad at all. So that fits right in there. So here's the vacuum port, and here's the blower port. So it actually doubles as a blower as well. Now, the little protective case in here houses the battery, and the battery is exactly the same as the SPTA Polisher. Same inputs. It charges in here too, but I can also use my SPTA chargers here to actually charge this battery. So that's pretty awesome. It does come with the little plug here. This is your charger. It only comes with one battery, I know, but it's not meant for actual detailing. It's just meant for quick cleanups. But you can put it into the port there and charge the batteries. Now, the SPTA batteries also have this port, I believe. Now, I had a comment come in about the SPTA polishers and battery runtime and all of that. Don't know what was going on with that. That was kind of weird. I mean, I have 2 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Oh, and I have a little Makita knockoff battery. So I have 5 batteries here, and I have 1 in the trailer, which I never use. It's just always in there as a backup. So I have 6 batteries total, but 5 in here. that we use. So basically, they were asking the runtime of the machine. You know, I never timed it. You know, with continuous use, I don't want to harm it because that, you know, running it for 20 to 30 minutes, either on medium or low or even high, is not good for the machine. It's not made for that type of long-term use. You're not going to be putting polisher or pad to paint for any more than, for me, maybe 2 minutes. That's kind of long even for me, so maybe a minute at a time. So the runtime on that, I don't know. If you want to test it for yourself, go ahead, but you risk damaging the machine. So basically, with 2 machine polishers, 5 batteries in here, we can do full paint corrections, paint enhancements, anything we need to do, and never run out of juice. We just keep swapping the batteries out. They mentioned it takes 3 to 4 hours for one of these batteries to charge. Again, I didn't time it, but paint enhancements and corrections in here usually take us about a day with 2 people. So that is maybe upwards of 15 plus man hours. And, you know, with a few breaks in between, maybe for lunch or something like that, we're continuously running the polishers. So I never run out of juice. Whatever. I didn't do the math, and I'm not going to because I don't need to. I just know what I know. I have the 2 polishers, 5 batteries, 2 chargers. That's important, 2 chargers. And I do have the one for the Makita knockoff battery. So 3 chargers, but I can't put an SPTA battery in that. Only the Makita knockoff battery will fit in there. But I never ran out of juice. So, I don't know. The comment was a little out of left field. And they don't even have the polisher, I guess, to test it for themselves. So, whatever. You take it for whatever you want. You believe whatever you want. But we have the polishers. We've been using them for many months now. And we love them. And we're going to continue to use them. So, those are the facts. Anyway, back to the vacuum. Here's what we did. I had a new rigid hose. I always have backup hoses. So I have a bunch of backup hoses up there and different nozzles. I just accumulated them over time. And this was a brand new hose that was in the box because I took out some of the nozzles. And yeah, Frankensteined it in. And check this out. Has 2 speeds, low and high. Press the button. Oh, it would help if I had the battery in it. Okay, got it in. Needed 2 hands. So, oh, the filtration system, if you are curious, before I even run it, check this out. It is a wet-dry vacuum, and it has this nice filter in here that kind of looks like a HEPA filter. I don't think it's a true HEPA filter, but it is pretty close. So you do have to unscrew this to take it out to clean it or replace it, and you can find those replacements. So not bad at all. Really nice filter in there. So let's run it and see how the suction is. And again, high and low, you just press it 1 for low. And high. So I have to say, not bad at all. And with this length hose, it's perfect. You just put it on the ground or the floor and you can vacuum inside the vehicle. So we'll use this to vacuum our front area because it is a little dusty and we need to get that cleaned up in there. So let's do that first and then we'll bring this out and wash it. We're going to use Jack's Wax Interior, Total Interior. My favorite nozzles and brushes. Sometimes I have to squeeze the tip like this. Because it's rubber, stuff will get stuck in there. So I just squeeze the tip and everything will go through, usually. So for what it is, it's not bad. It's actually powerful enough to do maintenance vacuums. I wouldn't run this thing for hours and hours. It's not going to last that long. But, you know, even if it lasts 20, 30 minutes or so on high, that's enough to do a very basic vacuum. So, is it for detailers? As a backup machine, if you have no other choice, or if you put all your equipment away and you go back to check the car that one last time and you notice one little area that has some dust or crumbs or junk in it that came out of a seat when you moved it back and forth. That happens to us sometimes. You move the seats back and forth and sometimes things release and they make a mess, and you need to catch that before the customer does, hopefully. Usually it's not a big deal. It's like a couple of little crumbs or a little something, a speck of dirt, but usually go back through around for that final inspection, and if you need it, all you need to do is grab this little guy and vacuum it up really quickly. So take it for what it's worth. It's nice as a little backup. It's not meant for heavy duty vacuuming, obviously, but it does at least have the power to get a little bit of vacuuming done in the vehicle for maintenance, clients maybe, or a backup machine. I do like the fact that I was able to put this hose on it, and that even the hose that comes with it, if you do want a more compact form, does attach to all of your favorite nozzles. So it comes with that standard size, which I really do appreciate. It would have been cool if this hose was slightly bigger and that these inputs here, you were able to really fit this hose in perfectly, but I was able to manage and put this hose onto it. So not too bad. It works, but is it ideal? Probably not, but it does work. So you can use the rigid hoses with this vacuum. So pretty cool. Now to wash the car, we're going to use the AM Details Hybrid Shampoo. This is brand new. Now if you watch the other video, if you want to click up in the card, we use the hybrid sealant and the hybrid detailer on the hood of our Avalon. So we're going to see how that responds. Basically, I think it's been about 2 weeks. So we'll see how well the beading is, and we'll wash the vehicle with this stuff. Now, this can be put in a foam can. It can just be put in your bucket. It has a very, very light scent to it. At least that's what I can smell from it. So this is going to be your maintenance for any type of ceramic coating. Is it good for protection on your vehicle? No, that's not really what it's made to do. It's made to kind of fill in the gaps of ceramic coatings because it does have SiO2 in it. It's going to bond, but don't use it as standalone protection. That's not really what it's made for. Will it put protection on there? I don't know, maybe for like a day or two, but that's not really what it's made for. It's made to maintain the coating. It's supposed to be pH neutral, it's supposed to be gentle while still cleaning, and it may fill in a little bit of those gaps in a wax sealant or coating, but it's made for maintenance, basically. Now, since I am going to be using that little cordless power washer, it does have a little soap nozzle. It's not a foam cannon. It's just made to put the soap onto the vehicle. I do want to try this in a foam cannon, so I will try that later. For now, because it's so cold out, I just want to quickly wash this thing and not spend too much time outside. So at least it is beautiful and sunny. In the sun, it is kind of warm, but in the shade, definitely cold. But you can see the vehicle has some light water spotting on it. Let's see if we can focus in. There we go. You can see the light water spotting on it. And that's just from sitting outdoors. It was sitting underneath the trees here, so it was getting a lot of rainwater, but it didn't really go on. Well, no, yeah, we did do one little trip to the grocery store. That was it. So check this out, guys. These big branches right here and right there fell down from these trees. We have huge pines here. Fortunately, I had the trailer and everything pulled all the way over there because it fell right here. It definitely would have gouged into the trailer and maybe even into the truck. So yeah, pretty crazy. Hopefully that's the worst of it. But as we look at the car, because of that one little road trip, it did get a little bit of salt and junk on the paint. Yep, it did. So it is dirty. So let's rinse it and see what happens. Now, is putting hot water in here gonna damage it? Well, it doesn't really say not to put hot water in here. The water temperature is about 130. So that's hot, but it cools off out here very, very quickly. And I know it's going through the machine here, through the pump. We'll see if it does any harm or not. I really don't think so, but some may say, yes, it'll damage the seals in the pump. Yes, I know about all that. But again, let's test it out. Ah, my battery's almost dead. Oh yeah, much better. You want to see some crazy beating? So the AM sealant and detailer combo, wow, check that out. That is ceramic coating beads right there. Pretty awesome. The gloss is still amazing, and I haven't even washed it yet. This is just rinsing, but it did a great job, as you can see. Just the rinsing stage, blasting all that salt and junk off. So pretty awesome. So the to the max wax and flex wax here, responding incredibly well. Very, very high beating action. And the Avalon King Armor Shield coating here on the roof, still going strong. It's been about 6 months. And check that out. Focus on me. There we go. Beautiful beads. Still looks really, really good. So very, very happy with that. All right, let's wash this because it is so cold out. So I put the AM Details Hybrid Soap in here straight. So no dilution because it's going to dilute it a lot in here. So let's see how it works. Make sure it locks in place and click this over to the foam. you can see the coating rejecting the soap. Now if you want to put soap in your bucket, you can. I'm not going to. Whoa, it's so slick. That's really, really nice. So I can tell it's rejecting it. It cleans really well. We'll see what it does when we rinse it. And I'm going to go panel by panel. Or section by section, not necessarily panel. Going to take this out. It rinses super clean, and hydrophobics are perfect. That is awesome. I'm really, really happy with that. Now the Avalon King coating. Does it stall the beading? Nope. I think it seems to improve it. I mean, it was looking pretty awesome before, but yeah, it doesn't leave any residue. It's awesome. Very, very happy. I realize I don't have to take this off. I just switch over the nozzle. So far, this soap seems to clean well, and it's extremely slick. Those are the attributes of it, and it doesn't leave any residue, and it seems to boost the coating, the protection that's on it. Pretty awesome. So the Avalon is cleaned. Check out the hood. Whoa, it looks so good. That is some crazy high beating action. Yep, really, really nice. Now, as we look around the vehicle, oh, I still got a little bit of residue up here. I gotta pressure wash off. Here, let's hit that now. Now I've used about 8 gallons so far, and I only put, oh man, I don't even know how many ounces in here. Not a lot, but that's all I used, so not bad. Now I don't remember what I had on here. I may not have had anything, but it's beating. I don't remember what I put on there. But here, if you want to know what I put on here, check out the video on the card. Okay, it's cold and windy. Let's pull this in. Now, you can just simply blow this off, dry it off, do whatever you want, but I am going to use the detailer as a drying aid. Don't have to use a lot of it, just a mist of it, and I have a nice fluffy drying towel here. So that's about it. And then just gently dry your paint. And it's going to maintain the protection. So it's going to retain its gloss, it's going to retain its slickness. Pretty awesome. So again, just a mist or two per panel. So even with the drying towel, you're going to end up with a little bit of smearing and smudging here and there, but not a big deal. Just go back over it with another towel. So let's look at the grill here. We have some water drippage. Let's use a little cordless blower / vacuum. Switch it over to the blowing nozzle thingamajiggy. Now I'm going to use the little nozzle here because it's nice and clean. Now ideally, you don't want to do this because there is going to be dirt trapped in the hose from vacuuming. I know that, I understand that. So again, use it at your discretion. Turn it on high. So what I use it as a blower, maybe in a pinch. You can use it for the interior as well. I probably wouldn't use it on the exterior, but you can use the blower to blow the interior, like under seats and things like that. Yeah, you could definitely do that. But I would definitely stick with the vacuum part for this little guy. So as far as the AM detailer goes for maintenance, great. Use it as a drying aid. Don't use too much of it. If you do use it on dry paint, you may get a little bit of smearing because of over application. So be careful with over applying the product. If you do see some smearing, just take your drying towel again and go back over the surface. This is going to be adding protection. Again, this is adding another layer and also filling in the gaps from the hybrid sealant that's already on here. So all of these products in conjunction, the hybrid detailer, the hybrid sealant, and the shampoo, they all work in conjunction with one another. So your paint will constantly look glossy, it will bead continuously, and it will look amazing. So those are the results you can get from those new AM Details hybrid products. Alright guys, that is going to conclude the weekend wash. I hope you guys enjoyed it, hope you learned from it as well. And if you're interested in these cordless options, I'm pretty impressed. I love that cordless power washer. I know a few of you have picked it up for yourself and you enjoy using it as well. It actually has plenty of power and I love the versatility of it. Now, when it comes to putting hot water in there, I know I'm gonna get some comments that say it's not good for the seals. I know that, but I don't use that pressure washer so often with hot water. I'm not really worried about it. So if you are concerned about it, you can lower the temperature. You don't have to use hot water. My tankless water heater here is set at 130 and I just fill the whole bucket with pure hot water. That's it. So it may have been around 100 degrees or so, but really that's not a big deal. I was able to put my hand in it and it doesn't scald or burn my hand. So again, it may prematurely wear out the seals in that little pressure washer. If you're worried about that, you can at the end flush it out with cold water, but you know what? It doesn't matter to me. You use caution, you do what you want to do, but I love using a pressure washer with hot water. It is so awesome. Now I do have some other plans to get an electric pressure washer, a more professional grade one, that can take up to 180 degree temperatures. Now that would be awesome. That's what I plan on having here in the corner. And I think that would really make things a lot easier, especially in the winter or in just cooler climates where I want to use warm or hot water. And the little vacuum here, the little Musu vacuum, that thing is pretty impressive. Now, of course, be realistic. You're not going to start a detailing business with it. This is meant as a backup. It's meant as a little maintenance vacuum. It's just a cordless option. So I think it's great, and I love the fact that the batteries are compatible with the SPTA polishers. So I already have batteries for it, basically. So it has the 2 speeds, the high and the low. And as you saw, it did a great job of cleaning up the front area of our car. Not a problem at all. The suction is powerful enough. I'm happy with it. Again, if it's the type of vacuum that you're looking for just quick little cleanups, or just to put in your garage or your shop or in the back of your truck to clean up your truck, light messes, it's a great option because of its cordless ability. And like you saw, you can kind of Frankenstein a separate hose, the rigid hose on it, if you want more length, but that's up to you. But you can also use the little hose that is provided in that little kit. So again, check out all the links down below if you're interested in that. But as far as the vehicle goes, the gloss of the hybrid sealant from AM Details is incredible. I'm so happy with it. I mean, this was just a quick bath. That was it. Nothing fancy. And I didn't even do the wheels. Yeah, I just didn't have time for it, and it was cold out, and I don't need to do them. I was just focusing on the paint, and that's it. But the gloss, like the gloss retention on the sealant on these products is very, very impressive. So I'm happy with the shampoo, I'm happy with the sealant, and I'm happy with the detailer as the maintenance. Now, again, I want to reiterate that over applying these hybrid products will cause smearing. It's just going to happen. You may not see it on silver cars, lighter colored cars, but of course on my black soft paint on this Avalon, I can see everything. It's crazy. And the camera even picks up more. If you deal with any type of smearing, even from this product, if you are applying it dry, it might actually be advantageous to use a damp towel right away. It does say that it can be applied wet or dry, and it provides up to 4 months of protection. This alone. So this also is a sealant, basically. It's called a detailer, but Alan from AM Details actually filled these products with a lot of protection. So they're pretty awesome. And the fact that you can use them wet or dry means it's great for mobile guys. So can this be a game changer for mobile guys that want to use a sealant like this or a detailer and maintain the vehicles? Hey, you try it for yourself and you let me know. Pick up all 3 products at Car Supply's warehouse. Again, links down below. But the fact that these products boast that much protection is pretty impressive. Now, the hybrid sealant, I think, is priced around 35 bucks or so, give or take. With shipping, you know, you can always get free shipping if you order above a certain dollar amount. I always do that. I think it's best to do that anyway. Bulk order all your stuff. I think the best application for this, just from what I have seen, is use a damp towel. Don't use a dry towel. Soak a towel, wring it out, have it nice and damp, apply it onto the paint or onto the towel itself, work it into the paint. It plays well with water. That's what a lot of these hybrid products are doing. They work well with water, and it does help them actually bond. So is that a catalyst? Yeah, kind of, I guess so. I can't say enough good things about the new hybrid line from AM Details. The AM Detail products are awesome anyway, but the new hybrid ones, very, very impressive. I want to see where else he can go with this hybrid line. Maybe even a coating? You're working on that, Alan. So that's going to do it for the weekend wash. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in any of the products, the tools that we showed you guys today, check out the links down below. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And I hope everybody stays warm and safe. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.